But anyway, kicking off the show, you had Aleister Black making short work of, bear with me here, Cesar Bonini. I don't know how they pronounce it on the show. Cesar didn't look, not Cesaro, Cesar, or Caesar, I guess. Cesar. Caesar did not look too great here, but Black is fucking awesome. Aleister Black is incredible. Like, we talk all the time, like, oh, this guy should be in the main roster right now. And it's not one of those things like with Shinsuke Nakamura, like, you need to find a place for him. I know WWE put this picture up on their fucking, I don't know, their social media or whatever, of like a picture of Neville watching Aleister Black from afar. I don't know if it would subtly, like, intentionally planted the seeds for a future feud. They had an awesome match at the UK tourney. I think it was part 2 back in January. Honestly, if they put Tommy in, now known as Aleister Black, in the 205 Live Cruiserweight division, I wouldn't complain. But at the same time, I was listening to a clip from the Wrestling Observer Live, whatever it's called, Dave Meltzer show with Brian Alvarez, and they were talking about how the Cruiserweight division has this stigma, this stench. Like, we talk all about, all the time, RJ and I, we joke all the time about the TNA stench. 205 Live honestly has a stench about it. Like, Aries and Neville are having these great matches, and even there's pretty good matches on 205 Live, but no one can give two shits because they know it's a cruiserweight, and they're like, oh, we know this doesn't mean anything. It's not important. It just, no one really cares right now. So maybe bringing this guy up to 205 Live would be the wrong move. But either way, bringing him up to, like, the main roster is almost a given. Like, if Aleister Black got called up tomorrow, I don't know if anyone would complain. And I don't know if it's necessary. Like, I've seen people say, like, oh, no, don't make the same mistake with Black that you did with Apollo Crews. But Apollo Crews didn't really have a character, though. Like, Black does. He's got this enigmatic, badass vibe, persona, aura about him. It's like, this guy's fucking cool. Like, you take notice about him. And his in-ring repertoire is awesome. And so is Apollo Crews. He's a great wrestler, too. But just, we know nothing about the guy, so who could possibly care? But with Black, though, he's ready. He's ready. Like, Drew McIntyre's ready, too, but I think he should be in NXT until he wins the NXT Championship, probably from Bobby Roode at Brooklyn 3 in August, which I do want to go to again. I've been to the last 2 shows, but I was at WrestleMania. That took a dent in my bank account, so we'll see if I can go. I would love to. But anyway, McIntyre's probably going to be there for a while, as he probably should. If he got brought up to Raw or SmackDown right now, he'd probably fucking be lost in the shuffle. Black, though, just is a different, I don't know, he's just a different kind of cat. So if he got called up tomorrow, I honestly wouldn't complain. He would do really well if Aries does not win. I could see a scenario where Aries doesn't win the belt at Extreme Rules. I'd be kind of surprised. But if he doesn't win, then Black's coming up, like ASAP, because Black would be the one to dethrone Neville as champion. And those guys would have great matches. Because we know that, we saw them go up against each other at the UK show, the UK tourney back in January, the part 2 of the tournament. And they had an awesome match. And Black is just, he can captivate a crowd with his entrance, with his in-ring repertoire, his character, whatever that's supposed to be. We don't really know too much about him, but that's the whole point, though. Like, he's an enigmatic fellow. Like, that's what I like about Black. So, again, Black on the main roster might be a given. I know I read a report about that. Like, officials are really high on the guy. He might be main roster bound before long. And it's hard to argue. The guy's awesome.